Well, I was a partner for 20 years at a city firm specialising in employment law, and was head of the department at one stage. And I'd got to a stage in my career where progressively diverting my attention from doing the work and from client support had changed into managing the business and becoming more of a businessman. I enjoy and love employment law, and therefore I was looking for an opportunity to get back to the coalface and re-establishing good relationships with clients. I looked around, and Keystone Law are one of a few law firms that have a different business model. Essentially, you go to them and you go with your own clients, or some of your own clients at least. They provide an excellent backup service in terms of IT support, secretarial, administration, compliance, all the things you need that means you can focus on what you want to do, which is looking after clients. And what I found was that it really enabled you to do what you really want to do, to get back to doing what you want to do. And in return, they simply take 25% of your billings. If you decide you don't want to work too hard over the next few months, that's fine. No one says anything. They just simply take that off of your own personal billings. So the perception of a more traditional law firm is that you have a collegiate relationship with all of your partners. And whilst I did have very good relationships with most of my partners at my previous firm, obviously there are other pressures, because you're each taking a slice of the same pie. And therefore, if I'm taking a big slice, or someone perceives it as a big slice, they might not be happy. Whereas with firms like Keystone, you do eat what you kill. So I'm not in direct competition with my partners. And therefore, if I do well, that's not at the expense of one of my partners, and vice versa. That seems to me, and from experience over the last few months, promotes actually a more collegiate relationship. So we help each other, we talk about technical issues, and as I say, we're not in direct competition with each other. But in actual fact, although, as I say, I came with my own clients, I have found that what tends to happen is that when I or one of my partners are too busy to deal with something that's come in that needs dealing with that day, they push it out to whoever's available to do it. So actually, there's quite a lot of cross-referral work within the new partnership. Well, the other joy is that it is entirely client-driven. So if a client wants me to do something, then obviously I will do it because I want to look after that client. But there is absolutely no pressure from Keystone or anyone else from that matter to work a particular set number of hours or on particular days. Again, there is no presenteeism. No one is looking over your shoulder thinking, oh, well, Rob's not doing much work over the last week. It's just not relevant to them. As I say, it is entirely client driven and subject to client demands. If it's a sunny day, you can decide at very short notice just to go out and enjoy it. Well, I've only just started, and I've certainly have been pleasantly surprised, even on my quite high expectations when I joined. So I would have thought that no changes to change anything. So therefore, I would say at least another 5 years. It's reinvigorated my interest in employment law, in actual fact. So yes, I can see it going on for an indefinite period.